The historic floods of 2013 destroyed more than 1,800 homes. It displaced nearly all 300 people who lived in Jamestown, but it is now finally rebuilt. Our Jeff Todd met the woman who is finally going home 6 years later. The state of Colorado is investigating a parasite outbreak linked to the hot springs in Glenwood Springs. Since mid-August, there have been 4 confirmed cases of crypto. It's a parasite that causes diarrhea. The pools did have the recommended levels of chlorine, but the parasite is extremely resistant to the disinfectants. The health department is working with the hot springs to stop the spread. Well, Denver is adding restorative justice to its criminal process. It's an emotional and risky meeting between crime victims and criminals. Our Rick Salinger sat down with the mother of a murdered child who has already gone through the process. This professor here at the University of Northern Colorado has cracked the case of a child murdered all the way in Canada. The killer tried to make the death look like an accident, but as I found out, this professor's expertise in snakes revealed what really happened. Books on snakes line UNC professor Steve Mackessy's office, but none explain how to solve a murder 1,500 miles away.
We really didn't start working with snakes and snake venoms with the intent of going into forensics.
Until 5 years ago.
There were some messages on my cell phone, and one of these was actually from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Canadian police needed Mackessy to help solve a mysterious death. A young girl east of Vancouver was dead at the hands of her mother's boyfriend.
The fellow said that the child fell down the stairs. This individual had some curious habits,
like collecting venomous and illegal snakes, and then
injecting himself with venom to stimulate his immune system.
Back in Greeley, Mackessy was sent samples from the child and snakes found in the suspect's home. Mackessy's tests validated suspicions.
Snake venom was the cause of death of the 2-year-old infant.
This man administered venom to the child.
The suspect then confessed. For a man who loves snakes,
this is highly venomous
and believes their venom can one day help humans.
We'd never had anything like this before.
Mackessy says he's just happy he and his students could do their part to find justice.
Information that we provided was central to them solving the case and bringing closure to this tragedy.
Well, National Geographic has brought us some of the most dramatic photographs of wild animals for decades now. Now one of their photographers is here in Denver, and our Sean Chitness explains why he's photographing animals in a much more controlled environment. It's got the moves like Dave Aguilera.
Holy moly.